Hey guys, Eric here. It's been a minute since I've done any type of like just chill commentary type video, but I've been wanting to do one for a while. I just haven't really had like much time or energy now that like school has started and all that stuff. Which I'm actually at school right now. I reserve this like podcast recording space to be able to sit and record this video while I have some free time on my hands. But I really want to talk about Life is Strange Double Exposure for a bit, because this is a game I have like a lot of thoughts on it, but I haven't really talked much about it. I haven't talked about it much on like real time podcasts or anything like that. It hasn't really come up, and so I thought I've been wanting to do this video for a while, but I just kind of share my thoughts on it because I have concerns. Like it looks exciting, but I'm also like, I don't know. It's yeah, there's a lot there that like just has me kind of concerned about what could happen, where it could go, and how overall how this could possibly kind of ruin the first Life is Strange game, which we'll get into. But so earlier this year during the Xbox showcase at Summer Game Fest, they revealed Life is Strange Double Exposure. They revealed that Max Caulfield would be coming back as the main character, which for many that was really exciting. Now I gotta say, I do like the first Life is Strange game, but I've never been like this huge Max Caulfield fan. Like a lot of people really love Max and Chloe. There's like a corner. I like to say that I would like to hope that they're like the loud minority, but there's this corner of the fan base that literally just don't like anything having to do with Life is Strange that doesn't involve Max and / or Chloe for some reason, which is why a lot of people seem to not like Life is Strange 2 and True Colors and stuff like that, which is very interesting to me. But I mean, Max, I thought she was a serviceable main character, one of the more relatable main characters in video games. I'll give her that. She's goofy and cringy, and like I thought she was cool. I find it endearing, as long as you don't if you like click on things and hear her thoughts, it gets kind of annoying. But like just in terms of the story and the dialogue, it's I like her character. But even still, I am intrigued to see what they do with her, because I did think about that when I recently replayed the first Life is Strange game. I was like, oh, I wonder what Max is up to, but we'll never see her again, so it's like it's just one of those things where we just kind of have to imagine. But then they were like, hey, we're bringing back Max Caulfield, and it's like, oh, okay, I guess that's sure. But my biggest concern with that is one of my biggest concerns about the game. But before we talk about that, we'll return to this. Let's talk about the good. Let's talk about the things that I actually am pretty excited for in this game. For one, Deck 9. I know a lot of people prefer the Don't Nod as opposed to Deck 9, but mostly because a lot of people really didn't seem to like True Colors, which I mean, that's probably my favorite Life is Strange game. I know that's pretty unpopular, but a lot of people didn't like it. I mean, I always thought Before the Storm was like okay. When I first played it, I actually didn't really like it at all. I thought it was very boring, but then I recently went back and replayed it, and I was like, I mean, it's all right. But Deck 9 really, they blew me away with True Colors. I really, really liked True Colors a lot, and so this being Deck 9 again really does get my hopes up because of what they did with that game. It was very good. It was beautiful. It told a really good, simple but effective story. Alex Chen was an amazing protagonist, just like that game just did so many things well in my eyes, and I think it's great. I honestly don't really get why a lot of people don't like it, but yeah, so it being made by Deck 9 is really exciting. On top of that, like the environment, everything just looks beautiful. The visuals are great. The setting is really interesting. Like Max is in college. I can't quite remember what the university is called, but they did a little ad for it where they like talked about it. And it was really interesting. I guess I can imagine this is going to be like our little like hub area, sort of like how we had Haven Springs in True Colors. I think that's what it was called, where you could kind of walk around and talk to people and go to different stores and stuff like that. I imagine that's what it'll be like, maybe, but like a little more like sizable, but also maybe not. Maybe it'll be a lot more linear than we think, but I imagine that might be like the hub. But they might like block off certain areas so that you can't really roam completely freely, but even still, that's pretty exciting. And the power, I will say, the power that, like, apparently Max's power has kind of like evolved into something else, where it's like, as opposed to just being able to rewind time or go back in time through different photos, she's able to literally like go between timelines as she pleases, and it looks like it's gonna make for a really cool like gameplay, like really cool gameplay, because in one of the latest trailers or overviews they put out was revealing the power and how it kind of works, and you can just kind of like go freely. It seems like freely for the most part, or maybe there'll be like little like pockets or indicators where you can like go through. Kind of like it gives like heavy Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart vibes. They're just kind of going between the different timelines, like instead of dimensions, it's timelines. And there's even like they were saying that you could, like, Max will sometimes get confused as to what timeline she's in, and so can the player. And like there's a setting where you can like make it to where there are indicators telling you which timeline you're in, so you don't like screw up dialogue options and stuff like that. But me personally, I don't want that setting. Like, I mean, it's cool that's in the game, but I'm not going to use it, because I feel like that would really add to the immersion of like me going between, like, shifting between timelines and then like getting lost and being like, oh wait, and just having to like actually keep track of it. That seems really, really exciting. Max herself, like, I know that I was saying that's one of the bigger concerns, but Max, I am really interested to see Max again and how she's like faring after everything that's happened in Life is Strange. And she seems like Max, which is cool. She seems like herself, just a little bit older, and hopefully maybe a little bit less cringe, even though some of the other characters seem to acknowledge how cringy she is.
So I found this guy named Alan, but he didn't know anything about a wrench.
No, Max, not literally Alan. It's... Oh. You are a lifesaver, Max. Dad joke aside.
I'll never apologize for my dad jokes.
Shaka Bra, she even says that in one of the things. The other characters around her, like Moses, I think, like the nerdy like astronomy guy, I think is his name. He seems like a cool character. Sophie herself, the best friend who gets murdered, she seems like nice. So yeah, it seems like we're gonna have like a cool cast of characters in this game. And yeah, what else is there? Is that it for the good? I think so. Yeah, I think so. I guess it's time to get into the concerns I have. Why I'm cautiously optimistic about Life is Strange Double Exposure. There it is, the title. So, like I was saying before, they're bringing back Max, which for some, that's exciting, that's cool. We're gonna get to see Max again. But for me personally, this really, really concerns me, because I mean, if anyone played Life is Strange, like, like that ending was like a gut punch for some, depending on the ending you choose. Me personally, I think that Life is Strange has one of the like worst, biggest decisions in like a decision based kind of game out of the ones that I've played, simply because it's like such a obvious choice, right? And that's obviously the sacrifice Chloe. It's like, for some people they might form this attachment to Chloe, yada yada yada, but for me, I'm like, to me it just makes more sense thematically and narratively to just like sacrifice Chloe, because that's kind of the point of the game, really, seemingly, is like learning to like let go and like it, it's just like that whole thing, because literally she Max basically breaks the space-time continuum or whatever to try to keep Chloe alive. Keeping Chloe alive is what sets off the events to begin with, even when Max didn't really know it at the time. And so to in the end actually sacrifice her and set things like right, that to me feels like the most appropriate kind of ending to that story. Mind you, I don't really know what the other ending looks like where you save Chloe. Like, I know that the town gets destroyed, which is absolutely insane. Why would you sacrifice the whole time? Yeah, I don't know. Like, I haven't seen how that ending plays out, so I don't really know. But to me, the definitive ending is to sacrifice Chloe. Now, according to Lucy James from GameSpot, who got hands-on time with the game at Gamescom, she said that it's going to honor both endings in unique ways, which is like interesting, I guess. But I don't know, it's like the whole plot of this game seemingly, and even the trailer, the first reveal trailer, opens up saying that Max was like, oh, I said I would never use my power again because of everything that happened in Arcadia Bay and everything. And you would think that, you know, she would honor that, but like, and then, oh, her friend gets murdered, so oh, she uses her power to go back. It just doesn't make sense because of everything that happened in the first game. It's like it kind of completely eradicates that whole character arc that she went through in the first game, which was so like powerful in my opinion. And so like, I don't know, because it seems like Max actively tries to use her power again in order to go back and stop Safi from getting killed. And like I said, if she does that, that just completely just like wipes the whole arc from the first game, and it doesn't really honor the first game, I feel like, even regardless of what ending you choose. And that's one of my biggest concerns, is that it's just going to completely backtrack and go back on that. And that, you know, some people were having concerns that they were just bringing back Max out of desperation to, like, you know, keep Life is Strange alive or keep it relevant. And I can definitely see that. Like, I don't typically like to be like super cynical when it comes to like games and stuff like that, but let's be real, like a lot of games, I mean, it's the same reason we're getting a whole lot of remakes, remasters, and all that stuff is because these companies, these developers, these publishers, whatever, they're playing it safe. They're going the safe route. They're like, what will sell? What will, you know, get people to buy this game? Bringing back Max Caulfield. A lot of people love Max Caulfield and Chloe. Like, let's bring those characters back, and that'll get people to buy this game for sure. And so, yeah, I can definitely see that. But, you know, like I said, I will really be like critiquing it and being like, you know, like just tearing it apart, because this game to me really, like, almost, I don't want to say it shouldn't exist, but I feel like it shouldn't. Even though it does look good, it looks like a good game, I will play it, but I will be hard on it. And that's where I'm at. I'm cautiously optimistic. It looks great, but this could be bad for the series overall, or more so bad for the first game, I should say. But at the end of the day, I don't know what the heck I'm talking about. I'm just a guy with an opinion. Now I want to hear yours. What do you guys think? Are you guys excited for Life is Strange Double Exposure? Are these things that you guys even thought about? Or are you just like, I don't care, I'm just excited to play as Max again? Let me know your thoughts. But yeah, I think that's everything I wanted to get out. I don't know, just kind of like a more stream of consciousness kind of commentary video. So if there is anything that I missed or didn't say, oh well. But yeah, but that's all from me. Until next time, I'll catch you guys later.